start in a bit, and meanwhile, I would like to know, where are you located? If you can share with me. I'm located in Miami, Florida. So we have Optimist from Virginia. I'm doing well, Naima. And I'm curious to know, where are you? Where is everyone else located? Florida. Hello, Naima. From Florida. Nice to have you. So are you excited for today's topic? Today's topic is hello, iceberg. I'm doing great. How about you? Yes, excited. Great. So for those who were not there yesterday, we tackled being stuck. Why you stay stuck even you know what you have to do. So that was the subject of yesterday, and today is going to be part 2. Eid Mubarak. Thank you, Iceberg. For you too. Hello. So for those who does not know me, I am an NLP coach, trainer and consultant, and NLP stands for Neuro-Linguistic Programming. Hi, Jaidi. I'm doing well. How about you? How is everyone? So tell me, for those who are here, have you ever been stuck? Even if you know what you have to do? Hello, Tarek. Thank you. Eid Mubarak to you too. Hello, Simo. Hello, lovely people. Hello, Abdallah. Oh, nice to have you here. Simo, I'm doing good. I hope you're doing fine. So for those who are here, I'm curious to know, have you ever been stuck? Like, why you stay stuck even you know what you have to do? Hello, Madhu. I think you've been here before. Hello, Yuyu. Would you like me to start with the topic or to start asking you some questions? So I will ask you the same question I asked yesterday, which is stuck. Stuck means not being able to move, not being able to proceed to action. So you know what you have to do. You know exactly what you have to do. Let me give you an example to make it a little bit clearer. For instance, you are at work and you know that you have to do this type of I hope that the music is not loud, right? So you are at work and let's say you are having a presentation next week and you know that you need to prepare for this presentation, but you are stuck. You don't want to do it. You're postponing. You know what you have to do. You have to prepare, but you're not doing that. So when I said stuck, it can be in anything. Or let me reframe it in a different way. Have you ever known exactly what to do and still didn't do it? And here, as I said, we're talking in general. All right, let me see if anyone asks me a question, because I think I tried to explain what I meant by stuck. Okay, so we have Optimist. She said sometimes. Stuck in love or life in general. Stuck in anything. Like you know exactly what you have to do, but you don't do it. You feel like there is a conflict inside of you. I know I have to do this job. I know I have to study. I know I have to have this conversation. I know I have to call this person and have this conversation, but I'm not doing that. So you know exactly what you have to do, but you are not doing it. Mado, I'm doing well, Mado. All right. Very nice subject. Yes, thank you. So today we're going to dive deep into that. And I'm curious to hear your answers. You can just write yes, or sometimes, or often, whatever you feel. Okay, so we have yes from Abdullah, yes from Optimist, Eid Mubarak, PDD. Sometimes, okay. You said my problem. All right, Faris, happy to have you here. So we're going to dive deep into it, and I hope I will bring some important and significant insights. All right, it's different. Yes, Naima. Who else? And by the way, if anyone would like to share his experience or is has an urge to share with us, I'm happy to have you as a guest. If anyone would like to share his experience. All right, so we have love, have emotion, but work is mind and moral. Okay, I like that, Abdallah. Eid Mubarak. Thank you, PDD. Eid Mubarak for you too. Eid Mubarak to everyone. Hello, Lucky. How are you doing? This is your first time here. All right. Happy to have you here. So you can follow me, and every week I open a subject which is mainly about self-development. All right. So this week I am talking about being stuck. And for those who does not know me, I now that we are Ramadan is the end of Ramadan, so basically I changed my time, so it's going to be from now on 7 p.m. EST. So I am located in Miami, Florida. All right, so the live is going to be every Thursday, Friday, Saturday at 7 p.m. EST. For those who are new, for those who were here with me in Ramadan, I was doing the live at 9 p.m. So now it's 7 p.m. All right. And also, if you would like me to talk about something particularly, something specifically, you can DM me. And if you have any question in regards of self-development, you can ask me any question at the last 10-15 minutes. All right. So now let's talk about the subject of the day, and if you have any question concerning the subject, you can ask me. And if you have any other question that is not related to the subject but it's about anything that is related to self-development, you can ask me the last 10-15 minutes. I will be happy to answer you. All right, so welcome, Faris. He said it's your first time. Hello, Mahmoud. Hello, Tawfiq. Eid Mubarak. Hello, Usama. All right. Hello, Murshad. Hello, Idaf. All right. So he's asking about me. I think you are new here. So I am an NLP coach, trainer, and consultant. And I am located here in Miami, Florida. All right. Hello, Hisham. Hello, Mehdi. I can tell things about you from your face. All right, that's good. Yes, I'm certified from NLP University, Santa Cruz, California. So you can check that in my Instagram. I have my credential there. And my Instagram is the same. It's nlpcoach.ml. All right? So NLP University Santa Cruz. think Idaf, your name. So it's good. I like people who ask about that because lately there are lots of people who are talking about things they didn't study, and the way they approach it sometimes is not the right way. So just do like Idaf. Always make sure that the person you are listening to is somebody who is certified, who studied. All right. Perfect. Any more questions? Any more questions, lovely people? So for those who have just joined, I was asking, I have nice story. Me. Okay. I think you were there yesterday. Congratulations. Thank you. I have a nice story, coach. Sometimes stuck because of magic and load of life. Exactly, yes.
Hello.
Hello. So you can tell me what's your name if you would like to. If not, it's okay.
Yeah,
Go ahead and tell me. Mm-hmm.
my name is Zahra.
Yahya?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have a story that really kills me anytime I see anything. I'm sorry, I just have a hard time. I had a dog.
Yahya? Yahya.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, Miss.
Can I talk? Can I just say something before you carry
Yeah,
on
yeah.
and tell me your story? I
Sure.
think you told me yesterday about your story about the cat. Is that you or somebody else? Because I could recognize your voice and you told me the story yesterday. Is that you?
No, Miss. It's about a dog.
Okay. All right. So, Yahya, I am a coach, and the coach is a person who studied human beings. So I can make the difference between people who are saying something, who are serious, who are not. Okay? And yesterday I had doubts, but I didn't want to raise it. So, okay. All right, let's carry on. No, he's not making fun of someone from yesterday. No. He was the same person who talked with me yesterday, and he told me similar stories. So I think for those who were there yesterday, they will relate to that. It's okay. In TikTok, you have all different kind of people. It's fine. All right, Amal, how are you? I'm doing good. Who's this? Yes, this is Apex. Long time no see. I was here yesterday. No, it's his sound because I remember very much. All right. Happy Eid, Ahmed. I see lots of people are laughing here. I see you are so serious. Please don't accept such people. Yeah, of course. I'm not going to accept such people. And if I accept them, I will disconnect. I mean, I will remove them very quickly. All right. So, what is the topic of the day? For those who have just joined, the topic of the day is, and I've been asking this question to everyone, why you stay stuck, even you know what you have to do. All right. So let's go back to being serious, as somebody said. So actually, this shows up in so many ways in daily life. And let me give you examples here. You decide you are going to eat clean, and few hours later, you reach into sugar or snacks without even thinking. Or another example, you plan to be productive, like you have a clear to-do list. I'm going to do this and this and this, but somehow you end up scrolling, delaying, or avoiding what actually really matters. or even something as simple as just waking up at specific time. You set the alarm with full intention, but when it rings, you stay in bed, even though you know you wanted to get up. So I try to share with you these examples to let you know that when you hear these examples, you feel that there is an internal conflict. There is an internal conflict. So one part of you wants growth, discipline, and change, and another part pulls you toward comfort, familiarity, and ease. So most people think this is a discipline problem, but it's not. And hear me out on this. It's not a discipline problem. It's a pattern problem. And until you understand that pattern, the pattern that you have, you'll keep repeating it, no matter how motivated you feel at that moment. So let me repeat it one more time. You don't have a discipline problem, you have a conflict problem. All right? I hope it's clear till now. Before I carry on, and let me check if any one of you asks. All right, let's see. Sorry, I'm just going through all your messages to be sure that, okay, so hello, Malik. Okay, all right. Yeah, exactly. Klimaze. Yeah, yesterday someone gave that story about Katya. It's the same person. No, he did not message me for a complimentary session. And it's the same person who talked to me earlier. It's okay. Happy Eid, Malak. Uh, hello, Ahmed. Ismat, I hope you're doing well. I'm doing well, Apex. All right, let's see if any one of you can send me any question regarding what I have just shared. All right, so I'm going through the messages now. So if any one of you have a question, what's your authentic, if you don't mind? What do you mean by authentic, DB? Okay, got it. Good, Apex. Thank you, Hamid. What's your question? Okay. Hi, Rashid. I hope you're doing well. So today we're going to dive deep into the conscious and the subconscious. So as I said, NLP stands for Neuro Linguistic Programming. And in NLP, we distinguish between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. So now you will understand all the examples and all the scenarios I was sharing with you earlier. So the conscious mind is the part of you that thinks, plans, analyzes, and sets goals. Just give me a second, I'll grab water. Okay. So as I said, the conscious mind is the part of you that thinks, plans, analyzes, and sets goals. So it's the voice that says, I want to change. I want to improve. I want to do better. And this part is actually a very small percentage of your overall behavior. So my question here is, what is the percentage of the conscious mind when it comes to our overall behavior? And you can write it for me here in the messages. I'll be happy to read it. So in your opinion, or if you have read about it, or if you have any notions about it, what is the percentage of our overall behavior when it comes to our conscious mind? All right. What is your question, Rashid? So I just shared it. So what is the percentage of our overall behavior when it comes to the conscious mind? What kind of conflict? Please clarify it. It's internal conflict between you and yourself. Internal conflict. There is a conflict inside of you. Like one part of you wants this, one part of you wants another thing. So I was sharing examples like one part of you wants to eat healthy, another part of you wants to eat junk food or sweets. One part of you wants growth and improvement, and one part of you wants to chill and take it easy. All right, Apex, I hope I did answer your question. Hello, Ibra. Okay, whenever I have a topic in front of my colleagues, I feel afraid. All right. Would you like to clarify what do you mean whenever you have a topic like, and you feel afraid of what? Of talking about specific topic or just talking in front of your friends? If you could clarify it for me, I'll be able to answer it. All right. So I'm waiting for the percentage, if you can share with me. How can I trigger my conscious mind? All right, so this is what I'm going to tackle in a bit, so stay with me. So Apex said 1% only. Okay, thank you for that. Who else? Who else can share with me? So we have optimist 20%, maybe 20%, Naima 30%, Apex 1%. We should have some fun. So you are talking here about the subconscious mind, yeah? You want to have some fun. And your conscious mind wants growth and transformation. Yeah, I got that. All right. Is 16 and 18 okay if they get together when they were 14 and 16? All right. I really don't know about that. It depends on each person. There is a delay or I'm logging? No, I don't think there is a delay. Perfect. So let's talk about the subconscious mind. And I'll ask you again about the percentage of it. And then at the end, I will answer you about both the percentage of the conscious and of the subconscious mind. All right? Okay. Hello, Saeed. Hello, Abdisha. All right. So we tackled the conscious mind. The subconscious mind, on the other hand, is where your habits, emotions, automatic reactions, and learned
patterns live. It's everything you have been conditioned to do over time. Everything that you have been conditioned to do over time. And here is the key. The subconscious mind is designed to keep you safe and consistent, not necessarily to help you grow. I'm going to repeat it one more time because this is important. So our subconscious mind is designed to keep us safe and consistent. It is not designed to help us grow. So even if your conscious mind wants change, like the examples I shared earlier, if your subconscious is programmed for comfort or protection, it will override your decision. I hope that's it's quite clear. So even if your conscious wants growth, transformation, change, but your subconscious is blocking the conscious mind because the subconscious is programmed for comfort, protection. Therefore, it will override your decisions. And that's why you can know exactly what to do and still not do it because you're not just dealing with logic, you're dealing with programming. This is not logic, this is programming. So the language of the mind is programming. It's not logic. So many times we do things that are not logical and we started blaming ourselves. Oh my God, why did I do that? That's not logical. Because our mind is not is our subconscious mind is programmed. There is a program there. It has nothing to do with logic. It's what is there, what is programmed, what is restored in our subconscious mind. This is exactly how we are going to behave. So any questions so far? And I would like to ask you here, what is the percentage of our subconscious mind? And as I said, at the end, I will tell you the percentage of both the conscious and the subconscious. So APEC is saying 1% conscious mind, 99% subconscious mind. All right. Who else? Who else? I'm curious to hear other people. Inner thoughts. All right. What do you mean by inner thoughts, DB? Like I understand what you mean by inner thoughts, but in regards to what? Like there is a question that you would like to share that is related to our inner thoughts. Okay, who else? Let's see. So curious to know, give me percentage. What is the percentage of the conscious mind and what is the percentage of the subconscious mind? So I'm located in Miami, Florida, and I am an NLP coach, trainer, and consultant. For those who please, what means timeline therapy? Timeline therapy, we do it in NLP. So I'll answer you for that, even if it's not our subject, but yeah, sure, I can answer you for that. So timeline therapy is we are going to go through timeline. So what I mean here by timeline, past, present, and future. So for example, in my sessions, when I do coaching one-to-one with my clients, we go through or we do one of the coaching models has or so many of the coaching models has this technique, the timeline therapy, and we go through times. And what I mean by we go through times, like you see yourself in the present and then you see what happens in the past and then you also go through what will happen in the future. So that's what I mean in brief. I hope I did answer your question. Okay, who else? Who else? I would like to see more percentages here. So we have Apex. Who else? Oh, Optimist. 80% subconscious mind. Yeah, because earlier you told me 20% conscious. So 80% subconscious mind. So my question for those who have just joined, what is the percentage of our conscious and subconscious mind when it comes to our everyday behavior, our daily behaviors? What is the percentage? Hello, Abdul. Eid Mubarak to you too. Okay, any one of you would like to timeline therapy? It has relation with feeling afraid. Okay, so timeline therapy is specific therapy that we can deal with or work with. So I'm talking about here about NLP, neuro linguistic programming. We implement it in various problematic or issues. Okay, okay, who is here? Hello, Isam, how are you doing? So my question for those who have just joined, in our daily life, okay, we are doing behaviors, and those behaviors, they are coming from our conscious mind and our subconscious mind. So what is the percentage of our daily behavior when it comes to conscious mind and to subconscious mind, our overall behaviors? So optimist, 20 conscious, 80 subconscious. Naima, she said 30 conscious, it means 70 unconscious. Apex said 1% conscious and 99% subconscious. If anyone would like to share, I'm happy to invite you as a guest. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready to share with you? Ready? Okay, all right. So as I said, the mind, as I said, we simplify the mind in NLP into two main parts. Two main parts, the conscious and the subconscious. So the conscious has logic, decisions, goals, and it's about 5% of your behavior. Only 5% of your behavior. So all your decisions or the logic or the goals are only 5% of your behavior. However, the subconscious mind, which is our habits, our emotions, our automatic behaviors, it's about 95% of your behavior. And that's why, going back to our question, you know something and still not do it. You know something and still not do it. All right. Let me see. Ready, 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 ready. Yes. Conscious mind, 5%. Subconscious mind, 95%. Yes. So we operate only 5%. Exactly. We operate from our subconscious mind, 95%. So that's why so many times we know something, we know that we have to do something, but we don't do it. We do something else. Yes, only 5%, Naim. Psychology, Mustafa. Yes, NLP is derived from psychology, and NLP stands for Neuro Linguistic Programming. And for those who has just joined, I am an NLP coach, trainer, and consultant, and I am certified from NLP University, Santa Cruz, California. Okay, that's why they created AI to do the missing link. Oh, that's funny, Apex. Yeah. Hello, Ilyas. Hello, Mohammed. Okay, perfect. So now that we talk a little bit about and we distinguish the percentage of the subconscious and the conscious mind. So this is actually exactly I what I do. Like this is the work I do. I don't just focus on motivation or surface level change because motivation fades. What I focus on is helping people reprogram the subconscious pattern because the subconscious pattern is what drives our behaviors. And because once you change the programming, the behavior starts to change naturally. Let me repeat it one more time. Once you change the programming, the behavior starts to change naturally. You don't have to force it anymore. And this is what NLP allow us to do, to understand how your mind is structured, how these patterns were created, and how to shift them in a way that is sustainable, in a way that's it. You don't need to go over it one more time. You don't need to force it. The change is there. Let me go check if there are any. A never ending midnight. I am not in the UK. I am in Miami, Florida. Okay. So as I said, this is exactly what I do in my sessions is to reprogram the subconscious mind. So now that you understand that the subconscious mind is a programmed mind, it means we can reprogram it. So to clarify this, the roots of most of our present behavior, everything that we do right now, the roots of our present behaviors and responses are in our past. Okay? So any behavior, present behavior, or responses that we are doing right now, their roots is in our past. Their roots are in our past. So the past is installed in our current nervous system. The past is installed in our current nervous system. Any questions so far, or anyone would like to share something? Please, how can I reprogram the subconscious mind? Yeah, this is exactly what I do. You cannot do it by yourself. This is a framework that you need to be coached. So this is exactly what I do. Okay. Any questions so far? I'm really invested in this topic. Great. So I'm going to explain it much more to really understand it. So as I said, the roots of most of our present behaviors and responses are in our past. So the past is installed in our current nervous system. To try to resolve it, you need to go back to the original moments. Just reading a message, one second. Enhancing communication and relationship with others. Yes, Mustafa, is this a subject that you would like me to tackle next time? That's very interesting subject as NLP NLP focusing also on communication, communication, emotional intelligence, relationship with yourself and with others. So yeah, that's a good subject actually. All right. The question of 1 million, how can we flip the 95 into 5 and the 5 into 95? All right, this is what I'm talking about, Apex. So we can do that. We can reprogram the subconscious mind. And of course, when we reprogram the subconscious mind, it means we will reprogram it in what we want to have, which is on what we want to have, which is mainly what we are looking for when we are operating from our conscious mind. I hope that I was clear on that. Okay, let me give you an example. Let's say, as I shared, 5% we operate 5% from our conscious mind and 95% from our subconscious mind. Okay. So let's say our subconscious mind wants comfort, wants um, uh, doesn't want challenge. Okay, so my subconscious mind does not want me really to do sport or to really go every day to the gym. Okay, but my conscious mind wants me to go to the gym and wants me to be healthy and wants me to have a better, I mean, better looking body or being healthy in general. So when we reprogram our subconscious mind, we are going to transform or to dissolve that the roots of of being in that comfort zone. Therefore, we will be able to go to the gym easily. So this is what the reprogramming the subconscious mind does. So you're not going to force anything; it will just come naturally. Okay. Is this topic has a relationship with educational psychology? Okay. So basically, when we thank you for this question. It's very interesting question, by the way. So when we talk about the conscious and the subconscious mind, we are talking here about our mind. And when we talk about our mind is is everywhere. Like the subconscious and conscious is related to everything in our lives. All right? To educational psychology, to any type of back paintings are the same. Okay. All right. Any more questions? But whenever you do something against the unconscious mind, anxiety will never allow the reprogramming. Exactly. So we reprogram the anxiety. So when we do the reprogramming, the anxiety will not be there because emotions and mind, they are tied to each other. Let me reframe it differently. So our thoughts shape our language, okay? And our language influence our emotions, and our emotions shape our behavior, and our behavior reinforces our thoughts. So it's like a loop, it's like a continuous loop. So each one influences or shape the other. So basically, when we reprogram the subconscious mind, it means that something, or let's say a pattern. Let me give you an example because I think examples are the best ones. So let's say you're having a procrastination pattern. Okay. Every time you want to do something, there is like this feeling, this emotions that rise, and you're like, "Oh, I don't feel like doing it." So you don't do it. So that's why you procrastinate. But when you reprogram your subconscious mind, it means the procrastination is going to dissolve. And when it's going to dissolve, there would be no emotions tied to it. Therefore, when you have to do something, you will do it directly. You don't need to force it. You don't need to make efforts. Okay, I have some work to do. Okay, you just stand up and you start doing your work. There is no resistance inside. Why? Because we work on that. We reprogram the subconscious mind. And here I'm going to explain for you to understand what I mean by that, because I know that's a little bit general to say reprogram the subconscious mind. What do you mean by that? So I'm going to explain it right away. But before that, let me know, Apex, if I answered your question. Education is a waste of time. So what you should do then if you don't go through education? Actually, it's waste of time to deal with psychology. Just flow with flow of life. Don't try to. Okay, that is your point of view. It's not necessarily right. What is the program? Okay, so I'm going to explain it. I'm just waiting for Apex to. Sorry, could you give me example? Example to understand how to reprogram the feeling as well. Okay, I'm going now to go through it in details, and you are going to understand it, because I didn't say we are going to reprogram the feeling. I say that when we reprogram the subconscious mind, the feeling will not be there, because what happens is, and I give you the example of procrastination. Okay. When you procrastinate, there is a feeling inside of you of, "Ah, I don't want to do it. Oh my God, I don't feel like doing it." So when you reprogram the subconscious mind, that feeling will not be there. Okay. So I'm going to explain what I mean by reprogramming the subconscious mind. Perfect. So let's talk about how to resolve the uh, how to resolve the pattern from the roots. Okay, so you need to go back to the original moments that create or that created the limiting beliefs. So we're going to go back to the original moments that created the limiting beliefs and reprogram your emotional response. So let me clarify it more. We grow up in certain environments. And what I mean here, but we grow up in certain environments, we're talking here about when we were children in our childhood. And to survive in that particular environment, we develop specific tendencies. Okay? These tendencies help help us succeed in that environment. These tendencies help us succeed in that environment. But as an adult, when those environments are no longer present, those same solutions can become problems. Okay, I'm going to explain this and I will give you a valid example. For example, okay, and hear me out on this, Apex. If you grow up in a household where you get compared with your siblings, like your parents, your caregivers, they always compare you with your siblings, with your cousins, or even classmates, or even your teachers do that, or they even perceive you as somebody slow in understanding or in doing homeworks. So those judgments would ultimately create a belief, because all those people having those judgments, caregivers, parents, teachers, so you create a belief, or those judgments create a belief that you are not good enough. And that would be manifested, let's say, as perfectionism. And it can be also manifested in different patterns. I'm just giving you an example here. Because what happens in that, the children at that time, their level of maturity is lower. So they interrupt things wrongly. Okay? The level of maturity of children is lower, so they interrupt things wrongly. Therefore, their interruption becomes limiting beliefs that they have about themselves, and they carry them into their adulthood. All right. So that's why we say childhood solutions often become adulthood problems. Childhood solutions often become adulthood problems. And it's how you gave meaning to what happened when you were younger. So this is how you give meaning to what happened when you were younger. All right, let's check if any one of you have a question. I think if you already read that. Any question? Please tell us about your topic next time. I need to search for that. Okay, so tomorrow I'm going to carry on and tackle the third part of the same topic for you to know. Okay? Anyone would like to share with me or have question? No? Okay, Ahmed. You talked about accumulation of beliefs, and is this means the reprogramming takes time too? No, it does not take time. It happens in a couple of sessions. It depends on each person. Sometimes it can happen in one session. Okay. Okay, let me share with you more about that. Anybody else have any other question, or anyone would like to share something as a guest? I wouldn't mind. Okay. Could you explain how the reprogram can take one session? So this is what I do in the session, actually. This is the coaching models that I do. So, but to explain your question, as I said earlier, we go back to the original moments that created the limiting belief, okay? And basically that moment is in childhood. So we go back to that moment, which is in childhood, and we bring resources to that moment that were not there. So we bring resources to that moment, in that moment that were not there. And by bringing resources, the reprogramming happens. Okay, I hope I could answer your question. What is the relationship between assimilation and accommodation of topics? Okay, I understand. Thank you. Perfect. Hello, Eid Mubarak. So any question? I like Apex is always asking me questions. So anyone have any question? I would like to go deep into that. So to give you more examples. So kids, actually, because we are here talking about childhood, about the roots of those programs, and the roots of those programs happens in our childhood. So kids give meaning to everything they experience. So they might not remember the event itself, but they remember the feeling. So that's why the feeling stays in our nervous system. So I always say this, that kids are great observers, but terrible interpreters. They notice everything, but the meaning they attach to things is often damaging to their sense of self because this is the maturity they had at that time. So let me give you an example here. If parents are fighting, a child might not verbalize anything, he might not say anything, but internally they start to create meanings. Okay? I'm not talking here about all children, but in some cases this can happen. They are fighting because of me, or they separated because I'm not good enough. So even small experiences for kids, like losing a game, can generate negative meanings if the child interprets it that way. So there is the situation and there is how the child interprets the situation. And this is especially strong in cultures where children are to be seen and not heard. So no one challenges the interpretations children make, and these limiting meanings grow stronger over the years until they become adults carrying unresolved patterns. All right, so this is exactly what happens. Why we have those patterns? Because we had them when we were children, because situations happen and we interpret them as a child with the maturity of a child. All right. Anyone else would like to ask a question about the topic? So we're talking here about reprogramming the subconscious mind. Yes, Apex, exactly. That's why we are operating from our subconscious mind, 95%. I know, but yeah. No, this is not my resolution. This is what I studied. Somebody else who made this resolution. But it started with Freud. Is there a difference when you say 4 and 4? Okay. Thank you, Amin. Okay, anyone would like to ask a question, or should I carry on? Reprogramming the subconscious mind equal repetition plus emotion plus identity plus environment plus imagination. Okay, that's a good answer too. And this is what I do in the session to reprogram the subconscious mind. So let me talk a little bit about my experience with NLP. So with NLP, you have tools to address these long-standing internal patterns. We have tools. So sometimes the feelings are so engraved that you don't know where they come from. Like they feel unshakable, but they have been growing inside you for years, often since you were very little. So if you experience challenges at age 3, 5, or 10, and now you are 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, you can imagine how powerful those early programs can be. And let me give you an example here. Imagine your mom or your dad or any of your caregivers kept, and I would like you here to use your imagination. JD talked about imagination, so use your imagination here, because imagination and everything that you shared are what we use in our tools, okay? But they're not the tools. So let's say your parents or caregivers kept an outfit for you where you were 6 years old, okay? My question here, would you be able to wear that outfit? Let's say you are 30 now, 30 years old. Would you be able to wear the outfits now that you are 30 years old, outfits of you when you were 6 years old? So if you can answer me in the comments, yes or no. No, I can't. Exactly. Of course not. Of course not. Yes. Okay. Yes, yes. No, 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 no. No. Okay. Perfect. So of course it will not fit you. Definitely. So I give you this example to make you understand that the programs that we have in our mind are programs coming from our childhood. All right. So you have programs that are running your life as an adult. So those programs, I'm talking here, of course, about the negative ones, are programs of a 6 years old child. So can a 30 years old operate with the same program as a kid? Of course not. So reprogramming your subconscious mind is bringing resources and insights to the subconscious mind in order to upgrade those programs to be useful for yourself now. All right. So this is where NLP comes in. The process involved, and here I'm going to dive deep into the process. So many of you ask about that. So the process involves going to the root cause, identifying the earliest memories where these patterns began and applying NLP tools directly to those memories. And the incredible part is that you will be able to shift how you show up in the present by doing the reprogramming. So I often tell my clients, many come to me with the present day challenges, but inevitably we go back to solve earlier experiences. Once we address the roots, everything in the present shifts immediately. Is there any questions so far? Hello, Wasim. Hello, Bernadette. How are you doing? Prince Man, how are you doing? I mean, solve the roots of the program. Exactly. Apply to the program. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Jade. I hope I did explain the difference between conscious and subconscious. So I can see that Said would like to. So if you can just share with me in the comments, what would you like to talk about? And then I'll invite you as a guest, Said. So I was explaining how our childhood experiences are impacting our subconscious mind for those who have just joined. All right. Remember me about what we studied? It was in which major and in which subject did you study that? I'm curious to know, Jaidi, if you can share with me this. Which subject and which program? Yeah, I'm just waiting for your answer. And also, if any English studies, but English studies, we don't study this because I'm an English major before being a coach. In English studies, we study grammar, we study comprehension, composition, English literature. We study American civilization, British civilization. I studied English literature, so I know exactly the subjects. This is more psychology. Yeah, and also educational psychology, we don't study that because NLP is derived from psychology, but it's not psychology. So I doubt. All right. Anybody else have any question? Yeah, some of it. Yes, some of it. I would agree on that. Mhm. Thank you for sharing, Shahidi. Anyone would like to ask any question? So I'm going to share with you myself a little bit about NLP. So for me personally, NLP has been life-changing. Okay. So what I love a lot about NLP is that it's not about technically fixing problems. So let's think of it like this. We all have programs running our lives. So NLP gives you the ability to update those programs. When the programs are updated, your reactions, emotions, and behaviors change. You become a completely different version of yourself. And I experienced that with so many patterns that I had and I'm not having anymore. So first, it gives you awareness, so you are aware of the patterns that you have, frameworks to see and connect the dots between past experiences and present behavior. So you connect why I am behaving this way. Ah, because I had a past experience that made me behave this way now in the present. Second, it provides practical tools to address nearly any internal challenge you have, because what the examples I was sharing with you earlier are mainly internal conflicts. All right. Any with philosopher like Paji Pavlov and start like, yeah, Pavlov. The Whenever I hear Pavlov, I remember the dog experience because it's him who did that. The dog's experiment. All right. Yes, of course. Yes, Jaidi. So I'm about to end the live. If any one of you has any question, either concerning the subject or any other question concerning self-development, I'm open to answer your questions right now. So I'm going to give it like 10-15 minutes. If you have any question concerning self-development, concerning NLP, communication, emotional intelligence, conscious, subconscious, the list is so long, so I will wait a bit to answer your questions. And don't forget to follow. And tomorrow we're going to have the part three. Okay? Part three from the same subject. We're going to dive deep. So let me tell you what is it going to be about. We're going to dive deep into the positive intention of the parts of each part. What is the positive intention of each part? And also we're going to dive deep into the parts and the conflict. Because as we shared today, there are two parts. One part wants success, one part wants comfort. So we're going to dive deep into that. All right, and let's see what tomorrow's going to bring us. All right, that's good, Jaidi. Happy that I did remind you of things that you studied. So see you tomorrow then. Okay, any more questions, lovely people, before I leave? Any more questions? I'll be happy to respond. No questions. Okay. Are you sure you don't want to ask any question about self-development? Any subjects? Optimist? Please, what time exactly? So tomorrow it's going to be 7 p.m. Eastern time. It's the same time like today. So today I did 1 hour, almost 1 hour, 20 minutes. So tomorrow is going to be the same time, 7 p.m. Eastern time. I work on understanding my emotions and controlling my reactions to improve my behavior. That's well done, Mustafa. It's good to understand your emotions. And I don't know if you were there because last week I talked about emotions and I talked about the six emotions that we have and what is the purpose of each emotion. I don't know if you were there because it's good to know what are the emotions that we have and what is their purpose because each emotion has a purpose. Each emotion has a positive intention. But it's good to always work on ourselves. Perfect. I think JD, it's there. It's 11 p.m.